I think this lady is from the India area, and she's talking about what's going on with Joe Biden, and she put an interesting spin on it. I'm going to come back
The
and
Biden
comment. I'll
administration
let you
is
know what
breathing
I
fire
think.
in the Dominican Republic. With the Haitian crisis intensifying and many Haitians fleeing the country, the US is increasingly mounting pressure on the Dominican government to accept the fleeing Haitian migrants. However, the Dominican government, on the other hand, is intensifying crackdown on migrants, which has left the US red faced. The Biden administration is now trying all the tricks to force the Dominican government to listen to its diktats. Hello and welcome to TFI Global Caribbean, TFI Global's channel specially dedicated to the land of sun and sand. I am your host Ananya Sharma. Let's begin. The US has now got another stick to beat the Dominican government with for not bending to its diktats. Earlier, the US tried to force the Dominican government to stop deporting Haitian migrants by blaming it for racism. Now, the US has got UNICEF to put more pressure on the Dominican Republic to halt deportations. Dominican authorities have expelled at least 1,800 unaccompanied Haitian migrant children this year, sending them back to their crisis stricken country, UNICEF said. Among those fleeing the Dominican Republic are girls and boys, many of whom are sent back to Haiti through different border points, according to the organization. The information was first reported by CNN and confirmed by UNICEF, which declined to comment further. It is still unclear if the children were expelled without their parents, got separated during the journey, or fled Haiti alone. The Dominican Republic has, however, denied the claim. Venancio Alcantara, director of Dominican Republic's Migration Authority, said that the agency follows specific procedures with child migrants and that minors are with their parents all the times. All deportations are carried out with complete and absolute respect for human dignity and human rights, Alcantara wrote in a statement. After all, the pressure tactics have failed to coerce the Dominican Republic. The US is now using various levers to put more pressure on the Dominican government. Only recently, the US Embassy in the capital of Santo Domingo had warned that the Dominican government's actions against Haitian migrants could pose a problem for darker skinned Americans and African Americans traveling in the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Foreign Ministry had then made it clear that it had a sovereign right to enforce its immigration policies. However, the US, it seems, will not stop interfering in this matter anytime soon. Apart from the claims made by UNICEF, the US government has also announced that it will detain all imports of sugar and related products made in the Dominican Republic by Central Romana Corporation Limited, amid allegations that it uses forced labor. The company has been accused of withholding wages, fostering abusive working and living conditions, among others. Central Romana said in a written response to the Associated Press that it received the news about the import ban with great astonishment. Central Romana, which has long faced those types of accusations, is the Dominican Republic's largest sugar producer in an industry that exports more than $100 million worth of products to the US every year. The announcement by the US was cheered by the activists who have long decried the treatment of tens of thousands of workers who live and work on sprawling sugarcane fields, many of them Haitian migrants or descendants of them. This issue has been raised before, and sugarcane workers also have organized several protests this year to demand permanent residencies after working for decades in the Dominican Republic. However, the timing of the announcement by the US to detain all imports raises doubts on its intentions. Why is such an action taken by the US now? This announcement can be viewed as a part of a series of recent pressure tactics adopted by the US to force the Dominican Republic to obey US orders. More than any real concern for the workers' conditions, it appears more like another attempt by the US to punish the Dominican government.
Other countries are reporting on this. It's real. It's very interesting that she put it that way. I mean, who knows if Biden is going to do anything about it? I've always said it would be wrong if the United States changed their constitution to other groups of people and say, show us paperwork or some lineage from 1929. It would be wrong in the United States, and it's wrong anywhere. We shall see if the Biden administration really takes a stand. They took a stand on according to the report, a stand on the sugar issue, and maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future with the Biden administration.